right, Leo, welcome in. This is for you. This is your tarot and astrology reading. I'm forecasting through the end of the year with this little reading. I will still do the December readings specifically, but this is a kind of a 6-week reading, just giving you the energies, the lay of the land, of what's happening the rest of the year. In the extended, I will go deeper into December astrology, but in this video, I'm going to talk about 2 things that are happening by the end of November that you need to be aware of right now, okay? So let's see what's going on with the tarot. We're asking for energies to come in for Leo. This is really for Leo sun signs and Leo rising. If you're not either one of those, you might want to look at your sun or rising. Like, for example, if you're a moon sign, Leo, this is much more about sun and rising, okay? So check out the appropriate sign. All right, let's see where we go. Leo, my darling, a lot of what I have been seeing in your chart has been about friends and lovers. So we'll talk more about that as we get going here. Transmuting the energies of what's happening. I was just going to say Scorpio. There's Scorpio. You've got some energy in that realm, so I'll talk more about that. This too, 4th house. You've got some possibilities of changing your life and moving. All right, that's a big deal. And really transforming yourself. Some of you are leaving behind relationships forged in childhood. Some of you are headed in a different direction. Your transformation and the energy of what you're creating in your life, very creative energy right now for you, can be like you don't have anything in common with those old friends anymore. You just don't. Okay, I think you're manifesting something on a very different plane that maybe you used to. I think this November into December of 2023 could be extremely transformational for you. So underneath is the 6 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, Cancerian energy of the Chariot, the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Cups here, King of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. Some of you are leaving behind a situation that put you in the... All right, so I feel like some of you had love relationships or friend relationships that kept you in the man down position, okay? Anybody you've come across, and I feel like that might be from childhood, that maybe family or friends or lovers or whatever saw a lot of power in you and tried to squash it because of their own ego issues. Okay, that is very scorpionic. It's like jealousy and things like that. So if you were on the receiving end of a lot of that and you believed that it was your fault or that you were doing something wrong, no. Okay, you're dealing with a lot of people who have some pretty big egos. This could even be moving away, like physically moving away, right? Physically deciding to go toward a tribe of people who are much more uplifting, much more excited for you. Those people clap when you do something or when you have something really good happen for yourself. I feel like your family doesn't. Okay, Leo, I feel like there's something like that. You're just like, why am I doing this? Why am I still here? Ace of Pentacles, there you are, the Strength card and the Justice card. Some of you, there has to be a legal remedy. I would do that before we get into December too deeply. We do have a Mercury retrograde in December, just FYI. We'll talk more about that in the extended. But this is, you're getting some kind of new opportunity. And I feel like there's some legal ramifications or contracts you need to sign. Something's being asked of you to really change up your energy so that can come in. Okay, really expand yourself. The King of Swords, the Emperor, lots of father energy here. 2 of Pentacles. Some of you could be, excuse me, some of you could be married to a person who's very controlling, or you're dealing with a family that is very controlling. Aries, other fire signs, Cancer, Libra. 7 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Oh yeah. All right. So I think you have done your best with this situation, whatever situation you're in right now. I think you've put a lot of time and attention and expended a lot of energy into it, but it's time to go. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. It's time to put down roots in another place. Okay. Some of you could be at a distance from family, and if your family is very, pro you, they cheer for you, then you might want to leave behind a group of friends that isn't doing that and go more toward your family. Okay. So either way, I'm getting a lot of father energy here, but in the astrology, when I was looking at it, there's a lot of mother energy, fourth house energy here. So there's definitely something about balancing that for yourself. You're needing to balance that. You're needing to change things up and this is a snake. So you might have some people in your midst who are snakes, who are trying to knock you down or make you think you're smaller than you are. The Six of Pentacles here and this Five of Cups, somebody is trying to undercut your self-confidence. All right. Sorry, come here. What's the Ace of Swords about here? Ten of Pentacles, Magician, Four of Pentacles, King of Wands. Okay, so I think you are moving in a direction where you can, sort of write your own ticket. You've been definitely held back by family. I keep seeing that message here. So we've got 3 4s, right? The one we don't have is the Four of Wands, which is the home card, which is about moving. And so I assume we'll see that in the extended. Could come through. It's definitely coming through the astrology. Some of you need a legal separation from family or from people who are trying to squash you. Some of you may need to take out a restraining order. Some of you may need to assert your own passions or assert your own leadership. You have a grand trine in the fire signs, which I'm going to talk about right now. And well, maybe in a second here. This Two of Pentacles says, I think you've been afraid to do this. I think you've been afraid to assert your own power here. I think you've been afraid to do that. Yeah, Five of Wands, Six of Swords, the Death card, more Scorpio, the Devil energy, and the Fool. You are unhooking from something really toxic. Whether it's a love relationship, friendship group, something like that. Someone, you might have a narcissistic partner or a narcissistic parent or a narcissistic family or a friend group. No matter what you're being called to do right now is to move on. All right. Really move on. I think you've done all you can. All right. With this group of people, you've done all you can. So let me just talk to you a little bit about the November astrology. In the extended, I'll look at the December astrology. So the end of November, there's a stellium. You have a stellium in your 9th house and 5th house. So it's really a grand trine. It's involving all of the fire signs because you as a Leo, I'm looking mostly at Leo rising here in the 1st house, right? Having Leo in that 1st house, having the Aries energy in the 9th house and having the Sagittarius in the 5th house. What this is saying to me is you are really being called right now to expand and explore new relationships, friends and lovers, new. Okay. A grand trine in the fire signs is all about expansion. So first off, you have a stellium in Aries, meaning 3 or more planets or points in that stellium, in the sign of Aries. North Node, Moon, and Chiron in retrograde are all happening in Aries. This is for November 24th. So right around Thanksgiving, before we get to the end of the month, there is a stellium in Aries on that day. And this is asking you maybe traveling or expanding into a new place, exploring a new place to live. There's also a stellium that day in the 5th house of Sagittarius, and that is the Sun. And Mars moves into Sagittarius that day. And then Mercury is also there. So the 5th house is the house of fun, sex, joy. It's like your Leo's natural house. That's Leo energy running in the background of the 5th house. And you as a Leo may have Sagittarius in that house, which is all about expanding your belief systems as to what is possible, what is allowable to you. If you have family, friends, lovers who are like, oh, that seems like a big deal, or wow, someone's full of themselves. Do you get that? F that. Okay. What's going on here is your first, fifth, and ninth house are being activated, and those houses are really a dynamic, fiery energy. So put all your passions to work. Understand what you are believing may be false because of the people you have around you. It's time for new people. Okay. The stellium in Aries is also in opposition to the South Node in Venus in Libra, which is in the third house. This is the house of your neighborhood, where you grew up, your siblings and stuff like that. It's in opposition. They are holding you back. Okay? So that all that fire energy, grand trines, really activation energy for you to go toward your most expanded self. And what you believe in, what you believe about yourself, your self-confidence. I feel like when you trade this kind of controlling, dominating, suffocating energy for people who cheer for you, it's going to be hugely different. All right, so November 24th is activating that energy. It's kind of fleeting because one of the stelliums is the moon, and the moon moves pretty fast. So just know that grand trine is still there, but it won't be a stellium. And stellium just means 3 or more planets, and also elevates the energy. And Aries is like, you take action on your behalf. Okay. The second thing I want to talk about in this video is the full moon in Gemini is happening in your 11th house of social networks, friend groups, new tribes, something that's really expansive to you, something that is really going to be important for you to choose. Gemini is the energy of lovers. It's the energy of, so friends can turn into lovers, but I feel like only if they're giving you that kind of yay you kind of feeling, right? Like people who are frenemies should not be turned into long-term partners. So you might find a long-term partner part of your social circle. Full moon in Gemini. Look back to June of this year, end of May, early June. What was going on there? Did you start a relationship or a friendship, or did you visit somewhere? You're like, I like this. Think about moving there. Okay. This is, what's being offered to you right now. It is, the moon, the full moon is the thing that shines the light on what we most want to choose. Gemini, we want to choose something. And if it's about expanding your social network and circles like that, because it's in the 11th house, that makes sense to me. Moon is also our emotions, related to our emotions. It's going to be tough for you to conceal your feelings. If you have friends, if you have lovers, if you have family members who are being really rough on you or trying to hold you back, this is a big F you. This is like, I'm out. I see you. And I don't think you're going to be able to sneak away. I think it's going to be too obvious to your family and friends that you are no longer going to be down with whatever's going on with them, especially as it relates to you. I got to make my own way, right? You've got to start going in a new direction. New direction is ahead. So let's do one more thing. Why is the Emperor there? This is a timing card, and this is Emperor, it's Mars, it's also March, it's Aries energy. So that stellium in that Aries energy, let me just check this for 1 second here. Sorry. In that 9th house, I feel like all of a sudden you don't believe that what they're saying is true. Meaning, you know how we always get these beliefs, we get belief systems from our family. And then over the course of our life, we either double down and agree with them, or we upend them and move into a direction that's more us. If we're not aligned with our family and we're like black sheep or something like that, I think you could be like, Why are you doing that? Like questioning them for the first time in your life. So why is the Emperor here? Eight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Temperance energy of Sagittarius, and the Queen of Swords. I think you will be very well served to follow your own direction at this time, changing your life, moving away from family or moving away from anybody who is holding you back or putting you down or anything like that. I think your self-confidence will expand and grow like you can't believe. I mean, it's going to be just amazing. And I think the universe is bringing in some opportunities for you to go, wait a second, that wasn't very nice. That wasn't kind for them to say. That was a little bit harsh. That was a little bit frenemy-like. Why is my family trying to keep me in a box? Okay, so just so you know, that's what's going on. I'm going to go deeper into the astrology. I'll talk to you about December, the Mercury retrograde. We have a Venus movement twice. We have lots going on, so we'll talk about that in the extended, and we'll see where we go. All right, link is below, Leo. If you want to continue on, I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.